Hi, everybody. How's it going? Look who's here. The little patient. He's like, I didn't consent to this. I did not consent to being on camera. No. No, he's such a good boy. He is such a good boy. Yeah, he's got a little bit of a sore foot, but he wants to. Seraph, say thank you to all the kind people. Like, why is this microphone in my head? Yeah, he's got a little bit of a sore paw, but thank goodness he did not have to go under a general anesthetic yesterday. That's what I was really most worried about because he's such an old guy. I was very worried that they would do that to him because it was terribly ingrown. It was. Oh, it was terribly ingrown. Wasn't it, mate? Yeah. But they just put a little bit of stuff on it to make it a bit go numb because he wasn't very happy about the situation. Not that he generally looks very impressed. Yeah. He wasn't very happy about the whole idea of having a thing pulled out of his paw. Um, so yeah, he needed to be calmed down just a bit. Oh no, see now you're in a good mood. Yeah. But yeah, it was extracted. He has a little bit of a sore paw right now. It's a little bit of an open wound, but the vet said that it's best for it to stay that way, and it will hopefully heal up on its own. It needs a bit of care, no stitches or anything. And yeah, best thing for it is for Mr. Seraph to clean it up on his own, and we need to keep a good eye on it, make sure it doesn't get infected or swollen up too bad or anything like that. So yeah, look at him. Oh, yeah, my old guy. So anyway, I just wanted you guys to all see that he's okay. I'm not going to show you his yucky paw at the moment. Yeah, you can sit now. It's all right. Yeah, kitties are needed always. Hi, Seraph. Scott says, okay, you can move on. It's okay. Everyone just wanted to see you all right. I know. I've got so many nice messages for Seraph. He looks exhausted. Yeah, he always looks exhausted. He doesn't do anything in a hurry. He's old. You okay, mate? You all right? Okay. Oh no, he's gonna go and sit near his window now. Old cat's nails get out of control because they stopped sharpening them as much. Yeah, he couldn't be bothered. He couldn't be bothered. See, we stopped letting him outdoors a bit over a year ago because he went missing for a week. Hang on, I'll let Darlie and he can talk about this with me because we'll go through this trauma together. Hey. Yeah, you remember the trauma when he went missing? Oh yeah, everyone who was around at that time remembers the trauma of when he went missing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So when he went missing, obviously we thought that was it. It was goodbye, Seraph. And then the day he came home, it was like, and he hasn't been allowed out since. And poor Seraph, like every now and again, like right now, he's looking out the window like, oh, I remember outside. I remember my youth. But yeah, he's not allowed out. And so since then, he's just been like, I couldn't be bothered doing anything. I'm not going to sharpen my claws. What's the point? I can't kill anything. So yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so glad he's okay. He is so beautiful and he's so loving and he just wants to cuddle all the time. He just wants to be by his mama. Yeah. And so, yeah, thank you everyone for the well wishes and some donations also for his vet fees. Appreciate that. I love him. We all love him. We all love him. Thank you. And yeah, when he went missing, we were sans serif for a whole week. It was horrible. Okay, guys. Be still my beating heart. What a beautiful kitty cat. He is just the cuddliest thing in the world. He is my pillow. Thank you for letting us see. Oh, he's sweet baby. Okay. And yeah, guys, Remember, you don't want to hear my blaring on. CH is the queen of the timestamps. At the end of the stream, I tag him. You can just flip past all this. He is such a hatter boy. I'm not talking about Dolly. Well, so some people are here for Dolly. Some people are. Take your blood pressure meds now. Okay, before we get into this, right? Before we get into the actual review of the Judy Ron stuff, I want to put this into a bit of context because I've called this stream Lauren Simps for Cops because Lauren does simp for cops. We know this. Something else came my way, and I want to thank one of my wonderful subscribers. I have a few subscribers who are salutes. Like, I mean, they dig up some stuff. Like, I don't have time to do as much digging as these people do, and I've got to give it to some of my amazing subscribers for what they find. So then what I do once I get this information from them is I go, I can piece this into the puzzle. This is interesting. Thank you. So, yeah, Lauren's a simp for cops. But what's interesting to me is I wonder how her daddy Jameis might feel about that, for example, because I found some interesting stuff about her daddy Jameis, or even some words of her daddy Jameis that might not align with the way that Lauren acts. So we're going to have a little bit of a look at that as well. Yes, amazing teamwork. And hey, Blue Flower Bar, crazy person in chat, how are you? And Felicia, how are you, Felicia? Good to see you. So yeah, we have a few other things today, not just a review of this stream from a couple of months ago. Because, you know, I like to give you a couple of surprises. Okay, so let's get into it. P.S. Other new stuff is coming, guys. There is some talk about, is there never going to be any accountability for Lauren? Is this the end? No, guys, this is not the end. Stuff's happening. Wheels are turning. Wheels are in motion. Stuff's going on. So don't you fret. Don't you fret, my lovelies. Okay, so we remember how much Lauren and Grayson appreciated the help from Bobby Joe and the Aurora PD at CrimeCon. We remember that, right? We remember that. So, yes, we do. Now, we might just swap views because I didn't think this through.
Clip that.
Flip that. Let's go over here for a minute. So remember that, and we'll just play this really quickly. Tell me if you have any sound problems with this. It's only quick.
Have an incredible interview today with two women I greatly admire. We have Detective Bobby Joe Olson.
Raising your eyebrows doesn't help. We have a problem?
Yeah, we hear Lauren's voice.
Oh.
Sorry. I knew that would screw the
I hate you so
slide
much.
up.
Is it
I knew it would screw it up, but it was worth it for the joke.
Is it working or not?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have an incredible interview today with two women I greatly admire. We have Detective Bobby Joe Olson. Bobby Joe Olson.
I mean, that Bobby Joe's my this is the first people that have listened to us.
Okay, so we remember all that. But she loves Bobby Joe. We love Bobby Joe. Love, love, love. Remember all that. Yep, okay, so that's fine. We remember the
I mean, that Bobby Joe's my this is the first people that have listened to us.
Well, we got information emailed to us the other day.
Yeah.
So we kind of already had a heads up of what was going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Of course you got a heads up from what was going on because okay, so of course this isn't new for Lauren. Like, she blindly simps for cops and prosecutors if she thinks it will improve her channel growth. And we talked about this yesterday. We talked about the fact that, like, why would she do this? Like, if she has witnessed what she thinks to be a injustice, as in her dad being what she thinks to be wrongfully convicted. Why would she do this? Why would she be so quick to judge people as guilty all the time? Well, we think that it's because she thinks it will improve her channel growth, and it kind of has. Yeah. So, okay.
Ooh.
Just like, yeah.
Who's that strapping Hun man?
Yeah, you know what's coming, don't you? Um,
Ooh. Oh,
yeah, so
oh.
Lauren was Delphi prosecutor Nick McClelland and lead detective Jerry Holman at CrimeCon 2025. Yeah, trigger warning.
What is she eating? Gruel?
I reckon that's like a pie, like a shepherd's pie. Oh, you talking about Grayson?
Yeah.
I reckon it's a dinner, some sort of dinner.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe it's troll food. You're eating that troll chow.
Something like that. Yeah. Oh God. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, no, Susan, no, don't bend over for that. No.
Oh no. Is it?
Ah! Does Nick have
We know.
priapism? Seriously, something is not right with him.
There's other photos like that too.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like a one-off. Like,
No. No.
Like-
Hey, it's Max. How's it going?
but it's not even like a good big. He's just like deformed.
It's weird. Hey, it's like why? Why? And yeah,
Like, how
Susan,
many
get out of the
surgeries
way.
did he have to have on it as a kid?
No. Well, yeah. Anyway, so yes, she likes the cops and the prosecutors.
Yeah,
They seem to.
and you can also see this is how she got her career started in this pose as well.
Anyway, so I wonder what her daddy Jameis would think about all this. Right? So this made me wonder, like, how would Daddy Jameis feel about this? Does she watch her channel? Does he watch her channel at all? Like, he's free, like he could sit and watch her channel.
I
I
mean,
wonder.
we don't want any of our family to watch our channel, so
No,
I
I know.
blame her for that.
My mom doesn't even know I have a channel.
Yeah.
She'd probably be offended. But anyway, so this came my way. Yeah.
Give you a little bit of background and
I love his turtleneck.
about my situation. I won't bore you with the details, but it's been a long, arduous experience. I was charged with a white-collar crime many years ago, and I was incarcerated briefly, what we thought was a very short time, and
You incarcerated for 5 years.
Yeah.
And I love
Can I say what you will about this guy, but he wears a mean turtleneck.
He really does.
Like I feel like wearing mine now.
You feel like wearing yours.
Yeah.
repeatedly engaged in this fight. I was finally committed to prison for an alleged probation violation, and I spent 5 years there. And since that time, I've been consistently fighting my case. The Utah Supreme Court recently ruled on a major aspect of my case, and it also I filed and in the process of filing the brief now, and I'm confident I'll prevail, and I hope that my story gets told. There is what I claim huge prosecutorial misconduct.
Prosecutorial misconduct.
In some ways, that would
really prosecutorial misconduct, huh? Wow. Okay. Well, could you imagine that there could be prosecutorial misconduct? I wouldn't imagine that something like that would ever even happen.
I think that's happened to many of my friends
Many.
in prison, and it's my impression. I think either it's Amnesty International or the Innocence Project claims that as many as 11 or 12% of the people that are charged, are convicted, are innocent. My impression is it's maybe as high as 20%.
Maybe as high as 20%.
But there are at least 75, 80% of the people are over prosecuted.
Over prosecuted.
You are facing multiple charges that they very possibly, many can't be sustained. You're facing the possibility that they'll try and impose consecutive sentences instead of letting them run concurrently. And often you just make the bet that the Board of Pardons will show you some leniency. And so I think it's shocking how many
Sally, what are you wearing?
What?
What are you wearing?
Nothing.
Dude. You fanboying over Jameis?
No, we just happen to be wearing, same type of shirt.
Right. Okay.
Hey, it could have been my other one. My tactile neck.
Team Jameis. He's innocent. This dude is innocent. He was railroaded. Prosecutorial misconduct and the Innocence Project should have come and saved him and all of his friends in federal prison. 80% of them were overcharged. 20% of them are innocent. 20%. Yes. No. He fought hard. There were many appeals. They were all overturned. Not overturned. They were all upheld. The whole lot. Whole damn lot. Yeah. So, okay. He goes on for quite a long time. Right? And he talks a lot about the friends he made in prison. And by the way, I love how he refers to the fact that it's a white-collar crime. Yeah, so white-collar crime didn't really hurt anybody. It's just a white-collar crime.
It's a victimless crime.
Yeah, it's all good. And yeah, I mean, he doesn't even have a collar.
No, exactly.
This man, yesterday on our stream, we showed you his rap sheet. This man is not innocent. And he's sitting here talking about how there's all this prosecutorial misconduct in Utah, which there may be. Right? There may be. However, this man ain't innocent. He was found guilty multiple times. The appeals court did not overturn his convictions. He's been disbarred in several states. But what I find really interesting is that his daughter simps for cops and prosecutors all over the country for a living. So he can have this point of view.
Yeah.
Right? That's fine. And I mean, he may be right. He may be right. There's a lot of prosecutorial misconduct around the country from what I can tell.
There's a lot of misconduct in Nicholas McClelland's pants as well.
Yeah, there's a fair bit going on, yeah? He may be right. But his daughter doesn't seem to agree. Well, if she does agree, she's just agreeing for the good of her back pocket. So, yeah. We'll come back to this. I've got more to say about Mr. Jameis Johnson's rant here, because I've got it for another day. We'll keep this in our back pocket, shall we? Yeah, we will keep this. And thank you to my subscriber who pointed me in the direction of this. It's quite long and detailed, and I will find pieces of this that are interesting for you all for another day. Oh, by the way, remember this? So October 34th, 2024, Laure Mathias in a group chat, and this was not before the state rested in Richard Allen's case. This was her heading back for Halloween when she decided that she needed a few days off from the Delphi case. Lauren complaining about the world being gaslit by defense attorneys on her way back from Delphi. Do you want to read Lauren there, Mr.
Y'all.
Holly and the Turtleneck?
Sitting in the Indianapolis airport trying to get back in time for blank morning Halloween party, and my plane has been diverted. Aw, poor thing. While I pray my plane comes, I just got to share that Delphi is wild. I can't even explain what is happening here. It's like the world is getting gaslit by whitey defense attorneys. He's so guilty, guilty, guilty. And there is a whole effort to try to push out this narrative he is innocent.
Oh, yes, they're all colluding, these YouTube defense attorneys, aren't they? They're all just chitty-chatting to one another, and they are trying to poison the public to think that Richard Allen is innocent. Because you know what? We are only halfway through the state's case so far. How dare they? How dare they try and tell people that he might not be guilty? How dare they? These YouTube defense attorneys, YouTubers, they're only YouTubers anyway. Yeah.
Damn, Andrea.
Guilty. He's so guilty. She's worked it out already. She's decided. She has made her mind up.
She's a smart cookie.
Yeah. Yep. That's what she's saying. Right. So I wonder how her dad Jamis would feel about that. Or would he care? Don't know. Interesting. Anywho. 2-hour review of Lauren on Duty Ron Part 1, streamed 4 days. Was it 4 days? Maybe 3 days. Depends, because I sometimes see things a day out. After the 9-hour dribble. Let's have fun, guys. Maybe? Nah, because it's not about him. I don't know. I'd love to talk to old man Jamis. I would love to hear what he really thinks about this stuff, but I'm sure he wouldn't talk to me. I'd love to just hear what he thinks about the whole channel and the way it reports. Maybe it'll fly on the wall. Love to hear it. Okay, let's watch. Ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Let's go. This stream got 97,378 views. It hasn't hit the 100K. I'm going to give it one more today, sadly. Just to have a quick look at the latest comments on it. First time seeing your channel and will now be last. Bad take. Wrong side on history. That's too bad. Who was
the stalker? Oh, I think they're meant to comment on a Albertsons video. It's a grocery store because they misspelled
Okay,
stalker.
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
They misspelled stalker.
Oh, right.
So disappointing, gentlemen. Where was your due diligence? Your integrity is now at best questionable. Such a shame.
Yeah.
You, sir, are a freaking moron, good sir.
I love that. You, sir, are a freaking moron. All right, let's go. And we'll put it on playback of 1.25. Hey.
Good evening, friends. and welcome to another edition of Crime Time with Duty Ron and Ed Wallace. You guys know the drill. We're retired New York City police detectives and 9/11 World Trade Center first responders. If you like all things true crime related from the police detective's perspective, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you get all things Duty Ron and this guy right here, Ed Wallace, when we go live or upload another video. Hey, tonight we want to talk about a subject that is very, very, it's a very dangerous topic. And we want to touch on this topic because it involves a good friend of ours, hidden true crime, Laure Matthias, and her family. Cyber stalking and bullying and the like online. We have touched on this in the past, Ed. We did live streams for a lot of other creators who have been experiencing this, but we know that it happens to the everyday Joe citizen. Everyday guys, gals get stalked and harassed online on a regular basis.
How do I get the chats up? Lately, like, things are not working properly lately. I have to go find them.
You have to go maybe into the description.
No, that's what transcript is. Yeah. You think I'd know how to use YouTube, right? Show more. No.
I would think so.
Transcript. Show transcript. Show me. No.
They could have removed the live chat.
Oh, I wonder if they did. Oh, I wonder if they got rid of the live chat. Maybe they edited it. Sometimes you, like, okay, if you edit your live stream, the chat disappears.
Yeah.
Okay, do you mind having, Dali, I'll send you a link to this. Would you mind having a look and see whether the live chat is still there if you look?
Okay.
Okay, sorry guys, let's keep going.
Doesn't matter if it's YouTube, doesn't matter if it's TikTok, whatever the platform, these actions have serious consequences sometimes, and sometimes people lose their lives based on the harassment, stalking, and the rhetoric that gets fired up in between the conversations on Twitter and Instagram and X, and stories get twisted, and people that are somewhat angry with the particular creator or person could now be pushed over onto the other side of that fence. And I want you to talk a little bit about, what we're going to get into with our good friend Lauren.
Really? They got rid of it?
Yeah. So maybe they edited it or something, but.
Okay, yeah. One of two things could have happened. One, they turned off the live chat, or two, they edited the video and the live chat disappeared. Wow. Ha.
Hidden True Crime tonight. She's going to be joining us in a few minutes, Ed. Whoops. I did that wrong, Ed. Where did you go? There you go. Go ahead, Ed.
I can't stand bullying of any kind, whether it's kids at school, online, cyberbullying, whatever you want to call it. I have no place for that in my stomach. I cannot stand that. Okay. And nothing gets me more riled up than when parents of children who are bullies start bullying children as well. But there's bullying and then there's stalking. Now, these are two different things, but you can do both and be both, okay, at the same time. But now you're getting into the world of Ron and I, and we're going to be giving you our perspectives as retired New York City detectives.
Did they say that they were retired New York City detectives? Like, did we...
Retired New York Police Department detectives?
Did they?
I didn't know that. Okay.
I'm sure they mentioned that. Yeah, just making sure that we all know.
Well, I mean, we know they aren't like current defense attorneys or anything like that.
No. Did they go to Princeton?
Maybe.
There it says it down there.
Oh.
Make sure we know.
Of how we had to deal with things like this in our careers, where women had to go and get orders of protection from our courts to help protect them from stalkers, ex-boyfriends, ex-husbands, things of that nature. And remember, I always tell you, stay prepared, stay safe, and watch your six. And it's for a reason, okay? Even though you get these orders of protection, they're just paper.
Pause. Yeah. Okay. He just said they stalking from their husbands, their ex-husbands, their ex-boyfriends. They got to watch their six, all this stuff. They aren't talking about 36-year-old mothers of four in Utah who just post a mean, not even, post a TikTok that doesn't even mention the person.
No.
Yeah, I don't think that's your target demographic, sweetie.
Sweetie. Tootsie roll. What's that skull? Is that? I'd like to know what he's wearing. Anyway, yeah, he's already got things like way confused. He's way off. Did he even watch? Like, has he seen the papers? Has Lauren provided any of the papers to them? I don't care whether they watch, actually. I kind of would prefer they didn't watch than on our live. I'd rather that they were just provided the papers. Have they been provided with the papers? That would be interesting to me, because, like, as cops, you think that's all they'd need, just to see the documents. Because mostly cops just get the documents. That's all they get, right? Like, if serve the civil stalking injunction, if they're going to go act on it, they don't get to watch 9 hours of some woman just blaring on. They get the documents, right? So did Laure provide them with that? Is that what he's commenting on? Because why is he bringing all this other shit into it?
Okay, you still have to take the appropriate protective actions for yourself and your family against these people. Now, when we were all kids, we can all remember this and relate to it. When we were all kids in school before the internet, okay, you had a bully at school. Well, there was a break from that bully after school was over and you went home typically, okay? And you had your core group of friends in your neighborhood. And
No. Lauren had the documents. They didn't need to be public to us. She had the documents. She's going on their channel. She could give them the documents. So she had all of them. So no, it doesn't mean they didn't have to be public. She could have given them to him. And hey, Blue Jay, Ed is Inspector Gadget, and Duty Ron is Brain. I actually think I dislike Ed more than Duty Ron so far. And just from what I've seen of their channel, I think I dislike Ed a lot more. But we'll see.
That's where you hung out, and typically the bully wasn't in your neighborhood and was someplace else. So you had that break. It wasn't 24/7, 365, not as it is today with the advent of social media and the internet. Okay, people that are doing this, you are playing a very dangerous game, and a lot of what you're doing is criminal, and you have to be made aware of that your actions comes with consequences. Okay, I've locked up numerous people for violating orders of protection in my career. Okay, and what I'm seeing here is very disturbing.
Yeah, it's troubling in many different ways, Ed. And, we look at many public figures. We have politicians who have been killed in recent history. We had political figures like Charlie Kirk as well, shot and killed over rhetoric and, violent conversations of hate. And it doesn't matter if it's moderate or, strong hate. Anytime you're spewing negative things about people on.
Oh my God, is this dude Australian? Shit. Like, this is, mate, this is like what's going on here right now. Like, this is hate speech laws going on now, right? It's like, if you start talking about stuff that might, like, incite people to be hateful, then suddenly someone's going to get killed, right? So, and it's not even, like I said, here, it's not even whether or not you said something that you meant to incite some people to be violent. It's just whether or not some people felt upset. It's not the intent of you, it's whether they felt that way. Yeah, so you can't control someone else's feelings, but it doesn't matter because you're the one who could get arrested for it. So this guy's all like bringing Charlie Kirk into it when it's like a mother who is making some TikToks, and that's got nothing to do with what somebody else did on a campus in Utah a month earlier. Was it about a month earlier?
Yeah.
Like, you're completely conflating shit, man. This is so stupid. hate speech, but it's not free speech. It's every that now in Australia throwing people in jail based on feelings. Exactly. Lauren's feelings are hurt, and it's got nothing to do with Charlie Kirk.
social media, there's always people who will follow that lead. Listen, this is, again, this is not something that's directly.
If someone were to go and hurt Lauren because of what Christina put on TikTok, that's the person who went and hurt Lauren's fault. That's not Christina's fault.
Affecting us, but I could tell you that in my inbox on dutyron.com at any given time, we get hate. We get people who say, hey, I don't agree with what you're saying. I don't like what you're saying. I don't like what you did. We, at my place of business where I work, we fire people on a regular basis. People get hired and people get fired. And in this case with our good friend Lauren, it seems like it was a business associate that was also mixed in with some type of friendship. And we're going to let Lauren Matthias from Hidden True Crime tell that story. She did it in a long 9-hour marathon. It was emotional. You listen to different aspects of it. And some people, you know, and everyone perceives things differently. There are some people in the chat and some people online that said, I listened to 9 hours of Lauren and I got nothing out of it. Well, and then there's other people who say, I listened to Lauren for 9 hours.
I got like the hives from it, but that's about it. I think everyone got something from it, but not what she wanted. PTSD. But I would like to know whether these men actually watched it. It was like 3 days but prior to this. I doubt this Ed Wallace dude watched it, just based on what he was just saying about, like, you know, people and women and their partners and being killed and stuff like that. Surely not.
And I got a lot out of it. So I wanted to host her because I told her, listen, we stand with you because I have personally taken orders of protections out of people's pockets after they were killed.
What?
Yeah.
I've responded to a domestic where a young woman had an order of protection against a friend, not even a significant other. This was a friend who turned into an enemy. And that girl stabbed this girl numerous times, and I pulled that order of protection. I'll never forget that.
No, we've had high-profile cases here with orders of protection laying right next to the victim. In New Jersey, there was one. She got an order of protection against her ex, and she tried to get a concealed carry permit from the state of New Jersey. They refused her, and he shot and killed her in her driveway. Yeah. But like I said, with this day and age, with the internet, though, this is just beyond one person. One person may start this.
Look, he's probably okay. So, like, he's probably telling the truth that he has. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he has pulled an order of protection out of some dead person's pocket. I don't know. But that's completely fucking irrelevant to this. Right?
Yeah.
That's got nothing to do with this situation. And this is what happens. People conflate other situations with the situation that's being discussed. They go, oh, I've been stalked online by somebody and then they came to my house and they hurt me. And so therefore I understand. No, that's not what this is. So just because you've had that thing happen to you doesn't mean that's what this is. So
it doesn't mean somebody won't lie about this.
Yes, maybe listen to the facts of the case before you conflate your experience with this.
Okay. And then all these haters come out of the woodwork. Okay. And you never know what's going to trigger somebody to go beyond just words and do something fatal, a physical action. Okay. And commit a heinous crime because they were inspired by what they were seeing published on the internet.
Correct. And, you said it well, Ed. Back in the day, prior to the internet, you would go home and you'd get a reprieve from your loved ones, your family, your friends. In this day and age, it's there. You can't get away from it. Every time you open your phone up, there's notifications.
You can. We've spoken about this, right? So it's TikTok. You block the person and you stop looking at it. It's actually kind of easy. So Grayson was sending text messages to Lauren going, why won't she just stop? She's never going to stop. She had like 300 followers on TikTok when she started. And it didn't really grow until Lauren went live and showed everybody. Nothing was happening. There was nothing. There was no threat, nothing. Yeah? So she could have not looked at it. It's really easy. She wasn't coming to her house. She wasn't following her around. There was nothing other than a couple of videos on TikTok that pretty much no one was looking at. So you know what you could do? You could just not look at it. There's a block button. You're a YouTuber, for fuck's sake. Like, people say mean shit about me all the time. There's probably channels set up to make fun of me. You know what I do? Block. There are Twitter accounts. People who don't like me.
Not just mine.
Yeah, not just his. Right? There are people making nasty clips of me. Fucking block. Yeah.
Can you let me know who they are so I can join in with them?
I think you already know. I think you're part of it.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Like, that's part of the deal. This is what this is. Fucking Lauren, fucking suck it up and block them. It's that simple. This is so stupid.
That come up and so forth. But listen, let's grab our good friend Laure Mathias. Let's let her come in here and let's have a conversation about what she's experienced over the last several months. And I don't even know the exact timeline of how long this has been going on, but let's let her talk to our audience because we do share a lot of similar subscriber base. So a lot of our people follow her and vice versa. Lauren, thank you for coming here and thank you for taking the time out of your family life to come and talk to us about this.
Absolutely. Well, I first off just want to thank both of you for having me. Honestly, it was clearly very overwhelming to do. I'd never wanted to do it. I was clearly very emotional.
Really?
I felt like my hand had been forced and I didn't really know how to then appear back on YouTube, which is my work and what I do. And so I just want to first off thank the Duty Ron channel for being just a safe space for me to like come back on and break the silence after that marathon. So thank you to.
It's interesting, like, because this was coming back on and breaking the silence, which is what, 3 days later. So wasn't really very silent for very long. And then the We Respond video was only what, I don't know, less like a week or something later. Wasn't much longer after that. But then she actually did go silent. In fact, she's been pretty silent, like in a live stream sense since. Yeah. Like, because what happened is actual evidence came out to show that Laure was lying. So it's very interesting that Lauren has gone silent since all of that. And I love this frozen frame. This is pretty good. But isn't it interesting that Lauren and John have just gone pretty well silent since all of this? And this happened the same night as the Megan doing her bullying piece, right? She's silent when she inhales sometimes. Got to give her that much. Yeah. Yeah, so they've gone silent since all the body cams have come out. They haven't spoken about this. And they haven't gone properly live, as in people able to comment and chat in their stream at all. Have they? No. And I just wonder when that's going to happen. They're going to have to rip the Band-Aid off sometime because they're hiding right now. When are you going to come back, Lauren? When are you going to come back? Because is your channel ever going to be a safe space again after all that stuff has come out?
My friends, Ed and Ron. So I'm doing okay. I'm back home with my husband, John. We're okay. We feel good. I still feel very scared. I know that I feel like I took my power back, but I also, I'm still in the like, what's next? You know, I know that a lot of people are now doing lives about my live and So I'm just hunkered down and with my family. I'm very grateful to be with them. And yeah, grateful that you called and reached out. And for everyone, I guess I want to say too, like, thank you to everyone that's reached out, creators, gems, everyone. We are getting the emails. Thank you. We did a little private Patreon will be, and I'll be back on YouTube after this, but thank you for allowing me to have a place to just come back and say, hi, I'm okay.
It takes time, Lauren. This is, bless you, Ed. This is not a normal thing. But like, look, we as law enforcement professionals, we're used to dealing with this. You know, I've responded to arguably thousands of domestic incident calls. Ed, same thing for him. But what we mentioned and what we can bring to this conversation is that the escalation of this and how this can spiral out of control. I want to just validate your fears. I want to say that, you know, as a mother, you as a mother, me as a father, and your husband, obviously, Dr. John as a dad, your first, you know, instinct is to protect your family and protect the vulnerable, your son. And you know, I have questions. I have a lot of questions to ask you.
And you're allowed to ask him. Do you want just to like make it fair?
I have a lot of questions. How does your child even know about this shit? Is that what he's going to ask? Let's see.
If you ask a question that I don't want to answer, I'll say I don't want to answer it. So I'm a journalist. Like, I can handle questions, ask away. I'm sure a lot of people are curious. Go for it. And I have some questions for you too. As law enforcement, I'll have questions for you too. So I hope this isn't just be a conversation among friends. I think there are a couple of things I want to clear up. I think one of the big
Wait. He was going to ask you a question about your family. Like, what's going on with your son? What happened with that? Why you?
Fair criticisms I've gotten or questions that I've gotten. Maybe not even a criticism, but a question is, I cover criminal cases. I cover people's pain. It is true. I try to do it ethically, but crime is pain. And I cover trials. And
true crime is true.
And criminal trials. What is different with mine being live streamed? And I think I want to explain that the reason that civil stalking injunctions are not live streamed would be the same reason, or even reported on, would be the same reason that a child custody battle wouldn't be live streamed, or anything that has to do with really someone trying to escape an abuser, which is coercive control. Right. You know, you've got intimidation, coercive control, things that you can speak to, fears of escalation, fears of people that don't like me finding out, and, you know, it escalating, getting bigger and bigger.
Wait. How is that different? You still haven't said how that's different from you streaming anybody else's court case. So you're scared of people who don't like you finding out. So how is that different from streaming somebody else's case? People that don't like you are going to find out. Coercive control. I don't get it. What do you mean? Yeah, ethically, what are you talking about? This doesn't make any sense. She loves coercive control. I know this coercive control thing. She covers people's pain, but doesn't want her shit covered on live stream. Yeah. Ron and Ed disappointed many with this stream. I mean, I'm amazed these people have a successful channel at all, to be honest with you. But I was looking at their views and stuff, and I thought for sure this must be the only stream they've had for a long time that got as many views. And it was one of their highest ones in 2025. But there were a couple of others. There were some Koberger ones that did kind of well. But generally, this was one of the higher ones. Most of their streams get about sort of 15K, 20K, something like that. Some lower. This one's nearly 100. So it did very well. I mean, even if a lot of the people didn't like it still did well, because that happens. Just buzzword. She talks but says nothing. Yeah. What coercive control? Like, Christina didn't coercive control anybody.
To where it potentially becomes a more concerning, frightening situation. So the actual idea of a civil stalking injunction being reported on, in my opinion, is just so unethical. I want to point out too, as a journalist, someone with a background, I would never cover such a thing. And on our channel, we would never cover such a thing, just like we wouldn't cover.
Isn't she covering the Micah Miller case, which is cyber stalking? So What? Yeah, like how is that different?
A child custody battle. So I do want to explain that difference. And yes, though, I also want to humbly say, has it made me rethink even bigger how I'm going to cover crime in the future? Yes, we do try to be victim centered. We do try to be aware. We do try to be careful. And I will continue to do that, hidden true crime, and maybe even become better at it and more empathic. But I did want to explain that difference a little bit, because that was a big question out there. What's the difference between a criminal trial and what this was? And I, to this day, I'll never understand why they put in a media request and why they never reached out to me to understand more, but whatever.
Yeah. And one of my questions were
actually, yeah, good point. She nearly broke her back rushing to be the first to report on the Colby Ryan domestic assault case. It was gross. Hey, yes, you are right. That does seem like a little bit of the pot calling the kettle black right there. There can't be anybody, surely, who believes this part of the argument. Well, actually, I know there is. There's a lot of gems who believe that this is fair, right? But this whole thing with, civil stalking injunction, civil protection against someone who is stalking me and harassing me and bullying me, that shouldn't be streamed, that shouldn't be covered by true crime channels, etc., because that therefore puts the plaintiff at further risk. If it weren't her, it would be so fine with her. Absolutely fine with her. She would be there with bells on, right? Anybody else, she would be there to cover it. No question. Like, she made this rule up for herself. Like, this is the Lauren law. This is the new law prescribed for Lauren, because she didn't want to have the court open to the media for her. She made it up, 100%. It's absolutely bullshit that anybody's buying that part of it. Even if the rest of it were true. Even if Christina really is a stalker, even if Christina is knocking her door down, that part of it, she made that shit up. I can't believe anybody would ever buy that.
Was going to be, and you beat me to the punch. It's one of on my list, and I have a whole list here. I have a whole notepad. Do you know why Laure and crime trials got wind, or how they got wind of this civil case? Because, like you said, there are high-profile civil cases that we heard of in covering Johnny Depp. Some of these other ones you listed.
Did he just say he doesn't know how Laure and crime got wind of it? She had somebody taken away from CrimeCon. She had the cops come along and take a person away twice. Dude, twice. Did you see? She showed the body cam. She showed the body cam of one of them. She showed the body cam from the Friday night. She didn't show anything from the Saturday night because there was no body cam. But she's about to talk about it, for fuck's sake. Every media outlet in town, in the whole country, who's interested in this shit was there. I'm surprised there weren't more media outlets trying to get into the court. For fuck's sake, you idiot. Hang on. Did he just say that?
Whatever. Difference between a criminal trial and what this was. And I, to this day, I'll never understand why they put in a media request and why they never reach out to me to understand more, but whatever.
Yeah. And one of my questions was going to be, and you beat me to the punch. It's one of on my list, and I have a whole list here. I have a whole notepad.
Oh, your whole notepad.
Do you know why Laure and crime trials got wind, or how they got wind of this civil?
Because they're not blind? They were at the same massive event where Lauren got a person taken away by the cops. That's how they got wind of it, you idiot.
case, because like you said, you know, there are high profile civil cases that we heard of them covering. Johnny Depp, you know, some of these other ones you listed it, you mentioned it in your video that you did, the 9-hour video. You know, other creators that have a lot of drama surrounding them and their cases where it's a civil case.
Executive producer demoted, he's gone, he's out of here. You know what I think you're up to?
What?
I think you're having an affair with Judy Ron. Here's why.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna forgive it. I wasn't gonna talk about it, but really, like Blue Flower Bar and we've got intel on you. What the hell? What is going on? What is going on? Right? There's a reason you've been turning up late. You've been like tired. Like, what's been going on, right?
Oh, you know, a good chess match does wear me out. Here I was saying I was gonna have to leave soon, but now you're gonna get all sus.
Oh, you go hang out with your mate. It's fine. It's fine. Off you go.
Yeah, you know, I came home, had to take a shower, wash the stench of whiskey and cigars off me.
Yeah. Well, if you go play with your friends.
No, I can hang out a little bit. It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. No, it's fine. I am so uncomfortable again. Judy, Dolly, Ron.
Stick up for me, Babu.
Do that, Dolly.
You stick up for me.
Dolly's most recent baby mama, he was with me. No, don't lie for him. Don't. Don't love it anymore. You people, no, we're not. No, this is not a joke. This is real.
Yeah, the chess directions are like the way it's set up is weird.
Actually, that's just a new game that cops play.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Deep Throat, President and CEO of Dolly Talks. Dolly, you are the father. Yeah, Blue Flower Bar. We are onto him. We are onto him. What are you talking about, AI? This is real. Stop it. No, we're onto him. He's busted. Did you win, Dolly?
He may have beat me.
Cops are allowed to lie, you know.
That's true. I think he cheated though.
Yeah. You're cheating on us. Dolly has a shag pad. Oh, that's Judy Ron's place. But Judy Ron has a shag pad. It's got neon and everything. Yeah, it's like, yeah, rawr. Rawr. Okay, enough of this ridiculousness. Back to it. You. See, I told you you're sacked.
Is out there in the news and people are talking about it. The news goes and tries to cover it, gives local coverage to it. But, you know, it just seemed like for me as a detective, I detected something stunk about this.
As a detective, I detected.
On crime all of a sudden was focused in on Laure Matthias and her civil case that she was in the process of moving forward. And Ed, you agreed with me when we were in the green room talking about this. It just didn't seem right.
Wait. They actually spoke about this beforehand? Like they talked?
When we were in the green room.
The green room?
We're going to start calling it that, Hella.
The green room?
Yeah. We were in the green room.
I don't think cops would be allowed to have green room. Yeah. Sounds a bit sus to me.
What kind of unspeakable things go on in the green room?
The green room. Oh, we were talking in the green room. Big Dolly's girlfriend and boyfriend.
Oh, wow.
Onto that, or would you rather not?
No, I'll be willing. I don't know. So full disclosure, I don't know. To this day, Law and Crime has never reached out to me, ever, not even since. I do know that one creator named Laure did a live at the same time I was doing a live. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't know that was happening. And that she stated that she was sitting with my stalker and Anjanette Levy at CrimeCon when police were trying to escort my stalker out. By the way, I want to clarify that night was the night after the photos were taken, because there's some people saying that they were there. There were 2 nights. So the first night.
Okay. This is where she tells on herself, everybody. Yeah. So this is where she's like, oh, there were 2 nights, and this is the second night. This is the night after the photos were taken. This is the bit where she gives it away for the very first time, well before the Meta Glasses stuff came out. And I was like, she said it. She said it.
She was there. The photos were taken. We were sitting. We'd been there all night, and she was just there with a camera, hanging around us in socks. The second night, I'll clarify this too, because people are telling stories. The second night, Aurora PD was very well aware. They actually referred to her as an agitator. They saw the evidence and what was happening. They referred to her as an agitator. They saw that she was in the bar the second night. And, I hadn't been there. I'd been at the Clue Awards celebrating the Delphi victims receiving an award.
Celebrating the Delphi victims.
Yay!
Yay! Right? She gives the game away here. The Aurora PD saw her. What the hell were they doing looking out for her? What were they doing even there? This was well before we knew about the worker bees email. This is well before we knew that there were people there protecting her from Aurora PD, right? This is well before we knew that she was actually taken away on the Saturday night.
Right.
So she could technically be allowed in the bar as long as she was 500 feet from me. So the Aurora PD actually escorted us and said to me and my producer, go around the bar, go look and see if you can see her before you enter, so that we can then ask her to leave. So we were requested by police to do that, because there are rumors about how, we were told to do that. So we looked, we saw she was there. And so we told the police officer on duty, and they asked her to leave. And I do know, according to Laure she's with, I can't think of her channeling, but she stated while I was going live that she was with Anjanette Levy and my stalker when approached. So whether that's true or not, I don't know. I'm just relaying what one creator stated, but I don't know. I don't want to put any blame on anyone, because like I said, I don't know. I was just absolutely.
You know what? You are blaming, and you don't know. And even if it was Anjanette, that's completely lawful and fine to do. It doesn't matter. You're the one who has Aurora PD there bloody protecting you and telling you to go around the bar, and then having your stalker taken away and making a goddamn big scene. And if one of the many, many, many media agencies who are there notices this and puts in a media request, well, that's your own stupid goddamn fault. Really.
Shocked. And I'll tell you this too, as someone that covers trials, this was very interesting, but we had heard, my team of attorneys and I had heard 3-4 days earlier that there had been a media request. And when there is a media request, you know this, you find out who's requesting to be pooled or what they're requesting. You're like, oh, court chief.
See, this bit's always bothered me a little bit. So she found out 3 or 4 days earlier that there'd been a media request. What do you mean 3 or 4 days earlier? Do you mean 3 or 4 days earlier than CrimeCon? That's not possible, because the civil stalking injunction was only granted on the 4th of September. So what's she talking about? When found out 3 or 4 days earlier than what?
Is asking to be pooled. We'll see, if it gets approved or not. It's in there. It's on the docket. You can see it. And we could see there was a media request, which was shocking. We couldn't see who. So I thought, oh, maybe it's a small YouTuber, trying to get in, their hearing. And so our attorneys called the court and said, hey, can you tell us who the media request is for? And they said, we can't actually, because it went from somebody straight to the judge's desk. And so we can't see who it's for. I'm like, huh. And so we wrote, which I read on my 9-hour live, a very lengthy reason as to why there should never be media in a civil stalking injunction, and my specific civil stalking injunction, why I'm in danger. And like I said, this is someone trying to escape a coercive control issue. And then I was actually.
Do the courts even understand what coercive control means? Like, I wonder if Judy Ron is going to actually like chime in on that. I doubt it. But I don't know if that's actually something that is considered to be like a legal argument.
Actually at my attorney's office when it was approved, and they were like, it was a long crime. And so I will never know why they did that. Yeah, they're not checking the Utah civil, and I will never know why they didn't reach out to me and how this happened.
Yeah, interesting. I want to switch gears just a minute because, I got a little ahead of myself here about asking about war on crime. But another question that I had for you, and I think a lot of people want to know, and I do believe that you gave quite a detailed explanation of this, is do you...
I know it's a well-known term. It's just, is it a term that is used like legally, like for TROs, for civil stalking injunctions? Like, I know it's a well-known psychological term, but is it used for, DVOs and things like that? That's my question. Yeah, I'm not sure whether it would hold up in terms of getting yourself papers.
No, Lauren, why this is happening to you, why and how this started. Can you give an overview to folks who might not be clear on this, is exactly how and why when these wheels started turning and the turn of events that led to where we are today?
Yeah. And then if you want to jump in and tell me why you really think it's happening, let me know. I'm hidden true crime. We're proud to say that we have the hidden motives, but at this point, you being law enforcement, maybe you can help me understand. But I can say in general, the TLDR, for those that didn't they can't handle watching a 9-hour live stream, is I have a business that was growing, and I had contract.
Stop growing now. So for all those people who are concerned that she and John still have so many subscribers and are still getting so many views, you know why? It's not growing. It's definitely not growing. I would say stagnating, slowed, stopped, slowly edging down. And most people in the same kind of situation space, for example, someone on Reddit was saying Ashley Banfield is a good example of a channel that, like, her Drop Dead Serious, I think the name of her channel is, it's growing by about 25 to 30,000 subscribers a month. It's doing very well. No. So similar space, and same space really. And Lauren's channel was doing very well. Like, it was growing 100,000 subscribers a year, a bit more, and it stopped. It's stagnating. So don't tell Trisha. Yeah. So it was growing, but it's not anymore.
Contract workers, and one of them quit unhappy, and then I had another contract worker who I then terminated, and then I had them. Then I had the friends, and then there were friends. Two contract workers. Like, I should say, the stalker was also a contract worker. Although oddly, she says on her TikTok accounts targeting me that she was just an ex-friend and never a TikTok worker, but I have plenty of invoices showing she was. And so you've got two ex-contract workers contacting another ex-contract worker, and then you've got this stalker that's actually reaching out to every.
These are ex-contract workers and not contract workers. They were friends. My God.
Person I confided might have a beef with me from my past, and they're getting a larger and larger group together I think their ultimate thing of power is that in private conversations, I said mean things about people and that they have the receipts.
Oh, in private conversations, you said mean things about people and they have the receipts.
Oh, well, if it was private, then. I mean, considering you added like half the world to a group chat, I'm not sure how private you expect it, but okay, sweetie. Sure.
And
Okay.
then don't forget Anon. Because Anon is messy. My private texts. Not my private texts.
Oh,
Oh my God. Oh, this is so funny now. Oh, this is so funny.
What have I said in a text message? You know, it's like doubt. Like what could be said in a private text message?
What could be in a text message? Oh no. Oh dear, you need to go.
yeah. Sorry, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll be in chat.
Everyone go watch Dali's stream. It's his trial. It's good. He
Yes.
likes it. He thinks it's funny.
I do.
Actually, isn't there a verdict tomorrow?
Yeah, verdict's tomorrow.
Closing argument tomorrow.
Yep.
What time? 3 p.m. Eastern?
3 p.m. Yep.
Yep. Check the link
Eastern.
in chat.
I will.
Cool. See ya.
Bye.
Okay. And yeah, he has been demoted.
Mm.
Bye.
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 And that they know. And then what this group did is then start reaching out to other people to join the fold. I call it a whisper campaign, you know, where it's all behind the scenes. And I can tell you, like, this is actually, I get a lot of texts all the time. My phone was silent. Like, I don't know how far this went, you know, and then we're getting whispers and threats and a few things are coming out.
Not the phone going silent. When the phone goes silent, that must mean I'm being stalked. No, surely not. We can't have the phone going silent. People not talking to me? Is that why people aren't talking to me? Oh no. My God.
And someone's finally calling me saying, hey, I got a call from this person. And I'm like, that person? And they're telling me, people I've interviewed, people I love, you know, to never trust you again, that you're evil, like that you are really bad. And, you know, things like that. It just continues. It's like, and, but it all leads back to what I just told you, ex-contract workers. I mean, that all roads lead back to the ex-contract workers and their friends.
But the ex-contract workers, really, you should be a bit more careful about who you hire. Oh, hang on a minute. You didn't hire them. Because if you hired them, then maybe like you could have had them sign an NDA or something like that, but you didn't hire them. So maybe because you didn't hire them, that might say something a little bit more about who they really were, which is not your employees at all or contractors. They were your friends. They were your friends. And you were shit talking in group chats with a bunch of people who were your friends, and they didn't even ask you to shit talk. In fact, that's what we know now, right? So what we know now is that people were in these group chats and they were all talking about something else, and then you'd come in and then just spill your guts with a bunch of stuff that's completely not relevant to whatever it was they were talking about, and give a bunch of bullshit about something else that was completely derogatory to somebody, maybe a victim of crime, maybe some other journalist, blah, 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 for walls of text, and then leave. Yeah? And you call them ex-contract workers, they're probably mods, mostly, that you might have handed a bit of money every now and again, but it feels better to call them contractors because that puts them down there. Yeah. And the stalker, Christina, was your friend who did a little bit of graphic design work, and it was cleaner to pay her some money. That doesn't make her your employee or contractor. But it's easier to call her that because that makes her down there, not your friend.
And then, you know, it just goes bigger and bigger. No one reaching out to me, by the way, not even Law and Crime, and getting bigger and bigger to the point where there's this giant snowball. I don't know right from left. And then it gets to the point where
You know what the problem is? Then I'd have to pay Dolly some money, Joey. So yeah, Dolly should be demoted to contract worker. Actually, maybe ex-contract worker. Yeah, but then I'd have to pay him. That's a problem.
Trying to reach out to people to understand. Oh, a Proton email goes out, and this is where it gets strange too, because I'm thinking, oh no, some of my private texts have gotten out.
Oh, no.
I'm ashamed. I'm not perfect. It's embarrassing. But then there's a Proton email that goes out, meaning Proton is a protected thing where it's anonymous, and it goes out while I'm covering the.
Shit! She talked about the Proton email. Oh my god! Look at the. I need to turn off this closed captions for a minute, and I need a screenshot of that. Wait, Lauren is a zombie. Zombie screenshot. Okay, it's time to start collecting screenshots from this. Just a second. Screenshot collection time. That one's too good. Okay. Let's go. I didn't know she was going to talk about the Proton email. This is too good. This is too good for words. What does she say about the Proton email?
The Brandon Boudreaux trial, Laure Vallow representing herself, and it says that I've talked shit about all these people that actually aren't people I've talked shit about. So now I'm like, okay, now it's a smear campaign. This isn't actually even what I've actually said. Okay, I haven't talked shit about these people. One of them's like my best friend. So I'm like, what's going on? So that's happening. I'm trying to reach out to people.
Wait. One of them's like your best friend. Oh, you mean Susan? Susan's your best friend now. You only met Susan like late last year. Okay. Wait. Okay, and I've missed some super chats. I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh God, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'll do the most recent one. Googie says for $10, payment to make Dolly an ex-contractor worker. It's done. Consider it done. Dolly is now an ex-contractor. Sorry, Dolly. Sorry, not sorry. Yep. Yeah, that's on. Thank you, Googie, for $10. None of your business. Did you catch people I've interviewed? People I love could be part of the problem. People I've interviewed, people I love could be part of the problem. People I've interviewed, people I've loved. No, I didn't catch that. I'll have to have a look back at that. Thank you. None of your business for $4.99. Thank you. You've been a member for a month, Amy Boston Unsolved. Thank you so much. Members. Stuff's coming. I have information coming left and right now. And I'm trying to figure out how to. There's some bits I want to keep in members only. There's some bits. Yeah. So there'll be some things I'll be putting just as members only videos. Some things I'm going to save for members only live, and some things I'll put out public. So my brain is figuring out what I want to keep in the members only, but it's all happening, guys. So yeah, make sure you keep your memberships up, and I appreciate you, Amy Boston, for being a member for a month. Thank you so much. And AKA the Cat Lady says, where were Ron Ed during Karen Reed 1? Their actual good friend, legal commentator Melanie Little, when she was doxxed and harassed, Ed was needed desperately during the first trial. Instead, silence. Really? Oh, really? She's friends with them, is she? I never know who's friends with who in this space, especially not in the Karen Reed space. I just don't follow the Karen Reed space. I close my eyes to it because there's so much, so many people who don't like each other and stuff. I just, stay away. But wow, okay. I'm not surprised. They're very good at staying quiet, is what I've noticed. I've noticed that this Ron and Ed pair, they'll support like someone like this for a stream, and then they'll just shut the hell up. It's like, oh, okay, well, we stand with Lauren. And then it's like, we'll never talk about it again. Okay. And thank you for the $10, aka Cat Lady. And Blue Jay, Ed is Inspector Gadget. Already got that one. Thank you so much. And we have 5 excited utterance memberships from Selma Blue. Thank you so much. Turning chat green. Appreciate that. And Ageless Beauty is a new member. Thank you so much. You won't regret it. There is new stuff coming, and it is very salacious and interesting. I told you guys this is not over, and I mean it. Welcome in, Ageless Beauty. All right, let's go. Let's go.
To figure out what's going on, and then no one will pick up my phone calls or talk to me. So my producer reaches out to a creator who says they want my head on a platter and that I better brace myself because it's going to go viral and it's bad. And she continued to say, brace ourselves over and over again. It was so scary. Again, with my phone being silent, no one talking to me, the threats that I've spoken about people I haven't, that I called the police because they're like, they want my head on a platter, and people turning on me that I thought were my friend.
Interesting. I called the police because they want my head on a platter. So that was June 19. So she's talking about June 19 now because they want my head on a platter. So we know now that was Gigi, and we know why Gigi said that. It was because she got the shit with Grayson, because Grayson wouldn't let her get off the goddamn phone when her Grammy was in ICU. Right. And Grayson, the idiot, took that literally. Or did Grayson really take that literally? Or did Lauren and Grayson go, hey, we could say that's a threat. We could take that as a threat. Who believes Gigi said over and over to brace yourself? 0 yes, 1 no. You brace yourself. You brace yourself. Actually, can I do a Southern accent? Brace yourself. No, that's not right. That sounds Italian. I need to be like, sweet Southern tea, sugar. Brace yourself. Brace yourself, sweet Southern tea. No, I can't do it. I can't do an American accent at all. I am so bad. Guys, I can't do an American accent. See, this is why I need Dali here, even if he is an ex-contractor. 1 no. We've got a lot of ones in chat right now. Can't do an American accent to save my life. I'm getting there? No. I'll be Becky Hill. I could be Becky Hill. I want Alex Murdoch to be found guilty. I want Alex Murdoch to be found guilty. You gotta watch his body language. You gotta watch him. Don't trust him. Don't trust him. He's very, very guilty. Very guilty, and he's going to be found guilty. Don't even bother to stay for the weekend because the jury's going to come back in about 3 hours. And what was it that I was trying to say that Lauren said? I can't even remember. Oh, yeah, Gigi. That's right, Gigi. Did Gigi say y'all? I could say y'all. Did Gigi say, what was it? Head on a platter. Head on a platter. Brace yourself. Brace yourself, everybody. Brace yourself over and over again. There you go. I got it. Sweet Southern tea, sugar tea, something. And cakes. Little patty cakes. There you go. Slower, Hella. Slower, Hella. Bless your heart. Bless your pea-picking little heart. I think I'm getting to it. Sorry, everyone. That was really bad. I'm sorry. I had to get into the Becky Hill moment. She's the only one I really know who's got that accent.
Too, like, so, and now they're saying that I'm abusing the police. Like,
Wait.
there's nothing I can
Not my private emails.
do that's right. I'm like spinning my wheels, right? Like, I call the police, now I'm abusing the police. I take it lying down, they just keep punching. I gray rocket, meaning you stay silent, you don't respond, it doesn't stop. And then after that, brace yourself. Multiple accounts happen. I actually only saw on my live that there was a TikTok and Instagram. I had no idea she had a YouTube too. But so multiple accounts.
She didn't have a YouTube. She wasn't putting anything on YouTube. Was she? Let me see. Hang on, this is going too fast. I need to go back a little bit. I'm going to slow her down. Let's slow her down.
Platter, and people turning on me that I thought were my friends too. Like, so, and now they're saying that I'm abusing the police. Like, there's nothing I can do that's right. I'm like spinning my wheels, right? Like, I call the police, now I'm abusing the police. I take it lying down, they just keep punching. I gray rocket, meaning you stay silent, you don't respond, it doesn't stop. And then after that, brace yourself. Multiple accounts happen. I actually only saw on my live that there was a TikTok and Instagram. I had no idea she had a YouTube too. But so multiple.
Let me see. Hey, I'll just search for Hey Christina Mac. Hey Christina Mac. Christina Mac. Like, I'm sure she's had her account for a long time, but was she posting anything about Lauren? No. Just trying to work out. She was posting art stuff. This 130 views. Hang on. Okay, yeah, there's something there. But okay, she's threatened by Christina having a YouTube channel with some shorts on it under her own name. I think there's like 2 videos there. It's not the same as the TikTok. The TikTok had like all the ones she's talking about, whereas the YouTube channel's only got a couple. It's like got 2 from back then. Okay. Wow. She's a lunatic. And yeah, she's got an Instagram, but again, the Instagram didn't have anything like what the TikTok was for her to vent, in my opinion anyway. This is just me. But I think that Christina created the TikTok account because it's short form. She's very good at the vertical format short form. And that's like her preference for creating content. And she made the TikTok, that account, which was separate to her art account, which had a lot of followers. And I think it was to vent. And if she posted some of those things onto Instagram and YouTube, then well and good. But it was mainly TikTok. But she did it in such a way that Lauren wasn't named. And there weren't many people looking at it at all. So I just don't like the way she talks about it is like millions of people were watching and knew that it was her, and they were all like crowding around her house with pitchforks. That's how she makes it sound, right? New member Tonna, hello, welcome, and for you to stop with the accent. That's fine. Diagnosis. Thank you for $1.99. Right after comments about the Whisper campaign, I'll go and have a look. Thank you. None your business for $1.99. Appreciated.
Accounts, a Twitter, whatever it's called, X recently started.
Did it?
And just every other day, threatening cyberbullying on all of these accounts, saying they have something on me. And then it also makes me wonder, what did I do? What did I do? Maybe I am bad. You know, I have things I'm ashamed of that I said behind the scenes I do. So then you start questioning yourself, and I'm like, I am a bad person. Like, what did I do? What do they have? And that's kind of, my husband's taught me, like, coercive control and intimidation. Like, we have the receipts. A lot of people have been saying for about 5 months they've got the receipts. But just repeat it, and it's been going on for months. And I actually ignored it for months and months and months. It got bigger and bigger. Like I said, I have been canceled on news organizations.
What? You've been canceled on news organizations? I want to know more. What's this about? Thanks for telling us that, Lauren. You've been cancelled on news organizations? We need to... Which news organizations? Channel 6? Guys, we have some work to do. Thanks for that little piece of info, that nugget. That sounds very interesting. Let's go find out. You've been cancelled on news organizations? Deep dive required. What's this cancelling on news organizations all about?
So not knowing how or why, like, and then I'm finding out, I think the scariest part for me was also finding out that this, the person on all the accounts saying bad things about me, cyberbullying me, is then calling people that she knows that I have beefs with and riling them up, like, from years ago. And she's reaching out to people where I'm realizing that just that alone is a violent act. Like, when you have a problem with somebody from the past, and it maybe didn't end well, and they're calling them and they're instigating their anger and their then it got very scary. And so I was...
that was so scary when she started calling people. Like, calling people, that's dangerous. Like, the voice over the phone thing, like Alexander Graham Bell, when he invented the phone, he did it with evil intent. Evil. I feel threatened, totally threatened by people calling one another and talking about me, saying mean things. This could end up in my murder. That's how people get murdered. Also, did she call people? Like, did Christina actually call people? I don't know. Like, maybe she did. But if she did, then I don't know how this chick even knows. Because, like, she keeps conflating Christina with everybody else. So, maybe. But as far as Lauren's concerned, like, Christina is in control of everybody. So, who knows?
Very fearful to go anywhere. And I was going to go actually to the Adelson trial. And because of this, that's why I didn't go. I reported from home.
And that's why she didn't go to the Adelson trial? Really? I thought it was because she didn't know fuck all about the Adelson case.
And then it kept getting... So then I learned, like, there's more people coming from my past. And I'm like, what are they doing? And then the TikToks are saying, we're trying to find her LinkedIn. Isn't it strange? She doesn't have a LinkedIn. I can't figure out who's linked with her. In other words, I can't call them. And
you can't call. Well, that's good. Then you can't cause anyone any harm, right? Well, you don't want to call anybody because we just already established that, like, phone calls are deadly. So we don't want that, right? That's not why she didn't go. Yeah, well, I heard that her coverage of Adelson was really, really bad. So that's just what I heard. But it's never stopped her before. People from your past. Yeah. Honestly, Judy, Ron, and Ed, look like bigger idiots than Lauren. They brag about their 20 years of experience in Ellie, yet couldn't sniff out this delusion. Were they even trying? Like, I don't think so. I think they were just simping for Lauren. Like, they were like, ooh, blonde. Ooh, pretty. Look, pretty lady on our stream. We got a pretty lady. Isn't she pretty? And Chuck Anderson's granddaughter gifted a membership. That's nice of you. Thank you. Love having you here. Thank you, Hella, for being the superhero of truth. Oh, that's very nice of you. That's probably a little bit much, but sure. For the $2. Thanks, mate. Watch her shoulders when she tells the bigger lies. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I'm not very good with the body language stuff, I've got to admit, Bouger. Yeah, I tend to find, like, no offense to people who like the body language stuff, I tend to find it all to be a bit bullshit. But she's doing something there. I mean, I can't see her neck at all. Like, maybe she just had some new surgery to the neck. It's possible. She could be hiding the neck. She does hide her neck a fair bit. Like, unless she's had some time to heal, she tends to keep her neck kind of hidden. So you just never know whether or not she's hiding the neck because of some scarring. But right now, like, she is kind of like that. So it could mean something. I don't know. I might have to ask Dr. G.
And then they're saying, okay, I've called UNLV now. That's where my husband is an adjunct professor.
Oh, yeah.
And they're saying that they're exposing my husband, who has nothing to do with this. And people have been wondering why he hasn't been on YouTube. And we've only been doing Patreon episodes, angry that, we're putting my co-host behind a paywall. Well, yeah, because we feel safer behind a paywall. That's, he had a board complaint recently. He had to defend, which he defended.
He had a board complaint recently? Tell us more. Tell us more. Oh, look, I can't believe that I didn't know this. Like, I really missed out. That's good. How do we find it? Guys, see, I've got some really good sleuths in chat. I have some excellent sleuths in chat. How can we find that? Anyone look that up? Anyone look that up? How do we find this board complaint, guys? Let's go. Let's go. Self-snitching. She's so stupid. She's so stupid. How can we find the board complaint? We need to find the board complaint. He had to defend himself. Let's go. Come on. I've got some great people who can go find that. I know you guys can. Yeah. Yes, please expand on that. Be nice to know about that. Woohoo. She mentioned that in her 9-hour live, I believe. I don't remember that part. I remember her getting upset with the people contacting UNLV, but not the board complaint. Yeah. Yes. And what do we got? Lynn Allen, thank you for the 5 excited utterance memberships. Let's go. Let's turn chat green. Let's go. Thank you for supporting the channel and helping me to do this. Because it's taken a bit of time. And we have, kitties to look after. But yeah, wow. I have some really great sleuths in chat. And if you have any access to this, because I'm all the way over here, it's kind of difficult for me sometimes to look up records and things. But I do have some wonderful sleuths. If you find anything out, excitedutteranceau@gmail.com. Please email me. And we also have Lynn Allen. Thank you, Lynn Allen 57, new member. Welcome in, mate. Welcome in. Was that from Dr. Vonda's complaint? That was Dr. Vonda only complained just recently, right? I don't know, unless Dr. Vonda complained a while back, because this was October. Just keep going.
And it was ridiculous. Like, it's just like, I didn't mention that on my live either.
I didn't mention it.
there are more Patreon emails. There's more stuff going on. I mean, I know that I covered it for 9 hours, but I didn't cover everything going on. You know, and and then you can't explain it either. Like, I'm not this person. So you know, I don't know. I don't see. It's so hard to explain, which is why I did a 9-hour live. I'm like, no one can believe this. And my fear, unless if I was going to say it, I had to say it, you know? So I spent
Can I jump in here and say something?
hours saying it. Yeah.
Okay, how about you don't? Liz? L-I-Z? Liz? Liz, did you hear what she just said? Liz, she just said that there was a board complaint that he had to defend himself against John. There was a board complaint against John. She just said it. This is in October. Fuck. How did we miss this shit? We need to find it. Sweet. Yeah, we're on it.
Okay, you know, for people saying that, oh, this isn't restraining order stuff, that this is just mean girl behavior. Well, I'm sorry, this is beyond mean girl behavior. They have crossed the line into the criminality. Okay, constant threats, emails, text, videos, and so forth.
Okay, well, you got it wrong. There aren't constant emails, videos, texts, etc. There's nothing like that. So
the crime there would be aggravated harassment.
Yes.
Okay, contacting other people from the past that may have had a beef with Lauren and so forth. Now we start getting into aggravated harassment and conspiracy. Okay,
hang on. Help me out here. Isn't aggravated usually involving like a weapon or force? Chad, help me out.
Then making any type of threat over the internet, besides, is a federal crime. And we're talking about making terroristic threats.
What?
Okay. I mean, if this was a beef between an employer and a contractor, well, we have legal ways to deal with this in civil court. Okay, or criminal court, depending on if there are being or crimes are being alleged about an employer.
Okay, so so aggravating, you mean like statutory aggravators? So things that are added on top of the crime. Okay, I got you. But they usually involve violence. Yeah. Okay. That's where I'm getting confused. Usually aggravating factors involve violence, but we're talking about aggregators in terms of legal aggravators. Aggravators can be something that is the crime plus it is something added on top that makes the crime worse. Why is he talking about terroristic threats?
Contract with a contractor. Okay. Now, if this was some other kind of beef, okay, well, you've taken that beef to an unreasonable level. Okay. And you have to step back and take a look at what's going on here. Okay. This is not normal, folks. This is not normal. And it's unreasonable. And a judge already issued a restraining order. Okay.
No.
Evidence was presented and the judge saw it.
The judge ordered a temporary civil stalking injunction. So he didn't make it permanent. Like, it wasn't a restraining order. Like, you know what it is when there's only been an ex parte hearing. There's a difference. Why aren't you addressing that?
Now, let me step back even further. Having seen the video of the Aurora Police Department encounter at the crime con, okay, she's lucky she walked away. If I was given that order of protection from a complainant and I read it and there's the person within 500 feet doing exactly what the order tells her she can't do. And after talking to her, I find out she knew about it and she was served and she has a photograph of it sent to her. Okay. The bracelets come out and she's in cuffs and she's leaving.
You fucking idiot. You complete moron. Have you not looked at the law at all before you start speaking? You're opening your big fucking trap. Did you actually watch the body cam? They said you haven't been served until we serve it to you in person. They served her. They were serving her. That's what they were doing on the body cam. There was no possibility of bracelets coming out. You fuckwit. There was no chance of bracelets coming out. She was complying completely. Like, she was being very respectful and complying. They were serving her right there. And she said, sure, thank you. I'm receiving it now. And also, the plaintiff complied with that as well. When they came over to Lauren and Grayson and said, well, she hasn't been served until it's served into her hands, they said, yes, okay. They agreed with that. I mean, they might not have liked it very much, but they agreed with it. This is fucking ridiculous. No one was cuffed because no one should have been cuffed. He's talking out of his hoo-ha. Yes. This is ridiculous.
Con with me.
Violating an order of protection is a crime.
That's right.
She
didn't violate any order.
Several times, but see, people in the chat, Ed, are saying, well, I didn't see or hear any threats. Threats don't have to be direct. And when you tell somebody, which they told Lauren, that creators, I think they said plural, many people or many creators want your head on a platter, that's a threat. It's an idle threat. And, people don't understand that you can't just go around saying.
But she didn't say that. And also, it's not a threat. Have you never heard that term before? Are these dudes, like, thick? Are they thick? What the fuck's going on? She almost smiled? Hang on, she is kind of smiling. Look at her. Oh, smug smile. Look at her. She's like, hey, yeah. Is she loving this shit? Look at that. Oh. Gigi needs to message Judy Rooney. Like, also, do they even realize that Christina is not the one who even said head on a platter at all? Hella doing some body language. Oh, you're having a go at me, classic. You know I don't like the body language shit. But I know when someone's smiling. Even, like, she can barely break a smile, but look at her.
We're going to ruin you. We're going to do this. And the amount of not only psychological torture, we saw and heard Lauren talk and get so vulnerable on that live stream, that 9-hour live stream. She talked about harming herself. I mean, this is not something that she had to share with everybody, but she wanted to share it to show you with full transparency the enormity of what these events are doing to not only her, but her entire family. Her husband's blood pressure raising up, her son asking questions.
Well, I mean, like, her husband, have you seen him though, Ron? Have you seen him? Like, he eats a little bit too much. What is it? In-N-Out burger? Is that what they call it? The In-N-Out burger? Maybe macaroni and cheese. Just too many fries. His diet ain't great. I don't know what's going on with him, but dude needs to lose some weight. Dude, I'm not surprised. His blood pressure is a little high. I don't think that's Christina's fault.
Is not regular, normal, good human behavior. This is beyond it.
Now, Lauren, the incident at the bar restaurant, with her videotaping your party. Okay.
What? The incident at the bar restaurant with her videotaping your party. What's he talking about? What's this?
She was well within 500 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
This occurred after the police confrontation at CrimeCon.
What?
That night.
That night. So she
What the fuck? What the fuck is this shit? She didn't record anything. What party? Was Lauren having a party? I didn't see Lauren having a party. Did you guys see Lauren having a party? Why did she have a party? Lauren, are you going to correct him? Or are you just going to sit there and go,
knew she was given a break by the police. She knew about the restraining order, the order protection. And then that night she goes out and violates it again. Now, any reasonable person looking at this should understand this is not reasonable behavior. This is not normal behavior. That something is wrong here. Okay. And she could have been arrested in the bar.
Yeah, I also want to point out that she also posted that day. This is how subtle it is, how vague. No one else would notice, but she knows that I'm watching, right? Because I've filed something. So how vague it is. She posts on the TikTok targeting on me, or all the counts, her smiling and the lyrics to Worms, which is an Eminem song. Go look up the first verse. So I don't want to misphrase it. Google it and read the first lines of Worms. So after she was served by Aurora police, shared her smiling, doing a verse of this song, then showed up in the bar.
Hmm.
oh my God, no, not Worms. No, how dare she post the first verse of Worms? Not Eminem. No, it could have at least been Wu-Tang Clan. Actually, that would have been more of a threat. Eminem greater than Wu-Tang Clan? Never. Not the Wu-Tang.
Do you see the words? Something about the plaintiff. I think.
I'm gonna play it if you don't mind. Is it okay if I play that?
Don't. Oh, hang on. She might get threatened. She might get threatened. Do not threaten her. You're right, Joyous Carrot. And I love your name, Joyous Carrot. Joyous Carrot. The verse wasn't even in the TikTok. That's what's even so funny about this, right? The verse wasn't even in the TikTok. I reckon what's happened is Grayson has gone to Lauren. Oh my God, guess what? That song is so a reference to death. It's such a threat. Do you know, Lauren? Do you know the rest of that song? And Lauren would be like, no, I don't. You show me. And Grayson would have gone like that, go into Spotify and put the lyrics on and go, listen, look, Lauren, look what it says. And Lauren would have been like, oh, you're right. That's a threat. It is a threat. And she would have left it out on purpose so that we could go and find it. Yes, you're right. That's even worse that she left it out. She would do that. That's just what a stalker would do. Leave it out. Just like she hasn't been calling us. Right? Yes.
That TikTok?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. If you don't want me to, I won't.
No, go ahead.
I mean, look, this is her entire TikTok. I went and showed Ed before we went live.
TikTok.
It's like almost every one of her created TikToks on that account, or indirectly, or she doesn't mention you by name, and that's where people are getting caught up. Ed, I know you might have some.
People are getting caught up with this whole thing where she doesn't mention you at all. Don't be fooled. That's what a stalker would do.
To add to this, this girl, Christina, does not mention Lauren by name, but everything that she's doing has to do with her. She's soured up that she was let go from her contracting duty.
Did he just not even play it? Was that it? Okay, I'm convinced.
With Hidden True Crime, and she didn't want to make a clean break. She wanted to say, hey, I got these conversations. And you were honest enough to admit, hey, sometimes, I did say she was annoying. You know how many times I say my producer, Kristen, annoys me? I say it like maybe 3 times a day, but she annoys me and I love her and she knows it.
Like I say Darlie annoys me like constantly, but I don't love him at all.
So we have this open line of communication. So if I were to inadvertently fire her and say, hey, you're done with me, she could show you a bunch of messages of like, hey, Dirty Ron told me to stop it, or had a stern conversation with me. This is what happens when you have a relationship with someone who's working for you.
Well, I want to point out that while that was a certain part of the song, the beginning of that song, the lyrics are shoot the bailiff, karate kick the plaintiff. After I served her.
Yeah.
So, but nobody's going to pick that up, but I am.
She put that in her declaration too. Right? It's not even in the TikTok. Karate kick the plaintiff. Christina's probably taking her kids to home from school at the moment, but I need to ask Christina if she knows any karate. Any karate, Christina? Any background in karate? You want to karate kick the plaintiff? Really? Because that's a threat. Like, if she does know karate, I get it. Like, I get Laure being very threatened by that, obviously. 100%. Like, I mean, is she like a black belt in karate? Also, sorry, I'm correct. I'm collecting screenshots, and that's quite a good one. Just need to grab that. Look at her.
Yeah.
The people sitting her at CrimeCon in the bar when she's like, I didn't do anything. I'm being attacked by a public figure. I bought my ticket here first.
A public figure.
This is so sad.
Yeah,
Aren't
well, let me
that.
about that from a law enforcement standpoint. It doesn't matter when she bought her ticket. Okay, the order was in place, signed by a judge. Okay, once that order is signed by a judge and in place, the fact that she bought a ticket a year in advance.
He's coming back later, Ron. Sorry, I was saving the Ron jokes for Ron later on.
And so whatever the case is meaningless. It has no weight of law. She's committing a crime by being within 500 feet. The fact that she bought a ticket a year in advance doesn't mean shit. Okay? She was served. She knew what she wasn't supposed to do by order of the judge. She violated it. End the story.
I want to point out too that I did not share. I did not share her TikTok account with you guys. You went and found it on your own, right?
Oh.
Judy Ron, I did not.
No, you definitely didn't. You definitely didn't share it. I found it because, look, all you have to do is a little detective work, and I wanted to know a little bit about, because I want to be able to see a little bit of the other side of it. And I wanted to actually see what you were talking about. So I did go on my own and look. And, I would never leave a nasty comment for somebody. I don't do that. And I love that.
Oh, you're so nice, Ron. Aren't you a sweetheart, you lovely big bald marshmallow? You're so sweet. You'd never leave a nasty comment. You would never do that. No. Yeah, you're 3 self-righteous twats for real. Absolutely, you wouldn't do that. No. Free speech. And it's just like John was saying in the We Respond video, you can't just say a bunch of stuff about somebody and go, free speech, yeah, free speech. Well, you can, kind of. You can, unless it's defamation. And the problem with defamation is there's like 4 prongs to defamation. Like you have to prove them in court. And defamation, the greatest defense against defamation is truth. And everything we've been saying about Laure is true. It's pretty much all our own words, actually. All our own words or provable with court documents. So Christina has a better case for defamation.
You encouraged during that 9-hour live stream, Lauren, because not many creators would do that. You encourage people not to cancel people, not to go over and leave comments on your behalf. You can't stop people from doing it, but you made the statement, which was very, very unique. Not many people would do that. So it's one of the many reasons why I'm friends with you, is because I love that you put the victims and their families first. We do that here.
You put the victims and the families first. Yeah, this was before the copyright strike. And it was before we saw a lot of the private texts. Yes, before we saw all that. Before we saw the body cams too, with her admitting very clearly that there were a lot of texts and emails and things where her own words, would re-victimize victims. Yes. So, yeah, it didn't age very well, did it, Joyce Carrot? Nope. That did not age well at all. I think this might have been the night of the strike in Croatia. No, it was a bit later. It was a bit later. It was... Oh, you'll work it out in a minute, CH. I'm sure you'll have the date for me soon.
And everybody who knows us, I've been doing this since 2019. And I started out just, in my car and, walking around with a phone, and developed into a studio setting. But Ed and I are about educating, keeping people safe, giving the forensic side to these cases, and also helping people understand what's right and what's wrong. And in this instance here, what you've laid out, it shows everybody what's wrong with society, where people feel that it's okay to become a band of gang type mentality, where you take your beat.
Christina is a leader of a gang. The gang mentality. Yes, look, I've been saying it all along. She's the ringleader, right? She's the puppeteer. She's in charge, and she doesn't even know it. Like, somehow, Christina must have been coordinating the actions of people she had never even met, like Felicia. Right, Felicia, in chat? Mate, like, Christina had no idea who the hell you even were, yet somehow she managed to get you to email John DeLynn. I don't know how she did that. Woman is a magician. She's some sort of gang boss, bingo, cyber stalking magician. What she is. And she's also great with Proton.
That's one-on-one, or maybe with you and another person, or whatever the case may be. It's a small grouping, and now make it into a whole big bunch of people who are now, slandering and trying to, get your husband in trouble with his employment or what he does. And, none of it has worked, but it just goes to show you that, the steps that people will take is just so ridiculous. This is childish high school stuff,
Can I ask, as law enforcement, like, knowing that you went and you looked and you found it on your own?
Yes.
I mean, I guess I could use a little bit of validation. I mean, what did you guys think when you saw her accounts?
Ed, I'll let you go first.
Oh, Please, Ed.
It's not normal behavior. Okay, there's something wrong. Okay, and I believe your name is hashtag attached to these.
Yeah,
okay.
that's true. Anyone that can actually, it's true. Anyone can find it. All they have to do is type in Lauren Matthias on TikTok, and I actually think her videos are the first ones that pop up because she does hashtag my name.
So why is it linked if it's not associated to you?
That's exactly what I did to find it, Lauren. Because I didn't know her name. You didn't share her name. You actually blurred her face out. You went extra steps to not dox her fully.
Correct.
You know, maybe in a couple of the papers there was little slips, and you were like, "Oh, oops!" But you took that extra step to protect her identity, which most people wouldn't. They would be like, "F you! I'm just gonna. Here it is. Everybody can go see it." So I did I searched your name in the search bar of TikTok, and all of this stuff came up, and all of the other, as I call them, jagaloons, these are adults who act like children, are on there.
Guys, help me out. Is this an American term? What's a jagaloon? What's that? What's that? Also, Christina didn't put her name as a hashtag. Maybe someone's put her name as a hashtag in a comment or something. Christina didn't do that. Let me check. What's this? Help me out here. This is news. What's a jagaloon? Is this guy 80? Objection, Your Honor. I really don't use TikTok much. Objection, Your Honor. Let me go to her page. Just want to make sure. Where on earth is she hashtagging her name? Because Christina's pretty good at TikTok. There's no hashtags. What the hell? Okay. There's nothing threatening in those TikToks. Sounds like a New York term. It sounds very old-timey. Basically like calling people wankers. I don't know what he's talking about here. Okay, so I think if you do search for hashtag Laure Matthias, you probably would get her TikToks, but not because she put them into her TikToks. Let me see. So I'm just going to search for that, right? And I'll see if I can find any of her TikToks that way. Just give me a second, guys. Yes, here we go. All right. I can get one of her TikToks that way. But it's not in her description of her TikTok at all. So that makes me think that it's in one of the comments somewhere. So this guy's an idiot. It must be. That's got to be either that or someone has reposted it. It's under objection, Your Honor, but it's not in the like the content of the actual original video that she's made. Now, someone who knows TikTok better than me can help me out with that. I'll talk to Christina about it later. I know that Christina has not watched this. She told me she hasn't watched this. So she would probably be pretty pissed to hear this allegation. So yeah.
Saying their piece about you. And you know, the funny thing, Lauren, is there's a lot of people who will talk, and Ed and I get it too. You're not alone. We get this stuff where people know nothing about us. I had just yesterday, you know, I'm fighting cancer. I'm fighting all of these little side illnesses from lymphoma. And I'm going back and forth to Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. And I haven't done live streams like in a month, steady. And I get back into it just last week, and someone leaves a comment, what do you do with all your super chats and your money? Do you donate it to anybody? Do you give it to anybody? Like a nasty comment, somebody who never left a comment. And I just simply responded as like, you obviously don't know me, because I donate so much of the money that I make here to people who
Well, that's nice. Lauren doesn't. But I mean,
need it, and to good causes like EquiSearch Midwest, who search for the missing. I donated over $20,000 to them. So, like, not to get off of this topic of you, is just that I'm trying to make a point that people come
like, let's get back to me.
and attack us, and they don't know anything about us. So a lot of these girls who are saying shit about you and talking crap about you have no idea.
They don't know me. They don't know me.
Spend any time getting to know you.
Look at her. She's like, me. Sorry, I mean, like, what you're talking about cancer. I don't give a fuck. Can we get back to me, please? Back to me. No, look at me. Get back to me. Back to me.
They're just like mob mentality. Oh, Christine, or this one said this and that one said this. Oh, she's bad. Let's just jump in. Ed.
Yeah, this is very toxic, and it breaks my heart. I hate to see it. Again, I can't stand bullying. I can't stand stalking. I can't stand any of this. There's no place in a civil society for any of this. Okay. And I mean, I don't understand how it got to this level and how it continued. After she caught a break with the first, interaction with law enforcement, and she the stuff at the restaurant, and then there's people I see in the chat too. I mean, the chat is getting toxic as well. There's people saying, "Well, who was in the restaurant first?" It doesn't matter. Do you understand? It doesn't matter. Then there's other people. Well, she made a false report. If Lauren made a false report, that's easily verified and would be a crime, and she would be arrested. Is she?
No. Declaring false police reports, that's a lie.
Well, no. See, the problem is that even though she has made a false police report, there's so much stuff in there that's false, and it's easy to prove it. It's so easy to prove it. Do you think the cops are going to bother coming after her for it? Really? Like, is this actually a police officer? Is this actually a retired NYPD officer? Like, I can't get my head around this. Do cops bother going after people who make false police reports? Do they? Really? Do they? They've got other shit to do. They do. They have other shit to do than this. Are they stupid or in dementia? Please. And yeah, anyone who disagrees is toxic. Oh, yeah, chat's getting toxic. Chat's getting toxic. You can't criticize or even try to share the truth with these morons. They are so ignorant, it's scary. Exactly. I was in their chat and got deleted and probably blocked. I didn't go back. Yep. Yeah. It pisses me off when there's chat situations like that where you don't have to like call someone a moron. You don't have to be like being rude. You just have to ask a question like, yes, something like, well, but who was in the bar first? And you get chastised like that. Like, screw you! Like, screw you, Blue Flower Bar! Screw you! Yeah? Who's this crazy person in chat? Like, that's an echo chamber. That's bullshit. Yeah? I was polite. Exactly. If you're polite, you should be able to ask questions. It's ridiculous.
I don't think so. The judge found what she presented as credible.
Yeah.
I called the police after learning that people wanted my head on a platter and to brace myself. And then I called the police for an escort in Boise to my car, which then the police officer suggested he write up an incident report for history purposes. So it was his idea, and yeah.
Documenting these.
No, it wasn't. He wanted to get the hell out of there. You wanted him to go and arrest them. Also, did you mention that she wasn't even there? That your stalker was not even there? Your stalker? Did you mention that? Yes.
That's a lie.
This is so silly. Yeah, you wanted Lindsay, crossbody starer. Actually, was Lindsay at the restaurant? Maybe she wasn't. Dental Laure and Janice all to be carted away by that police officer. You would have much preferred that. Much preferred that. Also, I can't believe I'm the one to call the cops. My producer, she's 24, and my husband's a forensic psychologist. But I gotta look after them because I'm the breadwinner. All these trial tourists. This is my job, you know. Yeah, hey Christina, mate. I have to ask you something. They're saying that you put hashtag Laura Matthias on your TikToks. They said that. He said that the way he found your account was by searching hashtag Laura Matthias. What the fuck? Huh. That not right. That not right. Yeah, that is a lie. So just letting you know that was said on this, because they're all saying, well, I mean, no, I mean, I never edit my captions so everyone can look at those. Yeah, I know. I mean, I just did a search for hashtag Laura Matthias. One of your videos came up. I'll show you it. Okay. The one called, hang on. I seconded the end. The one from the 12th of the 8th. So yeah, the 12th of August. That one came up, but there's no hashtag on it. There's no hashtag on it. So I'm wondering if it's somewhere in the comments. Like if someone has put the hashtag somewhere in the comments. I don't know why it's coming up, but it's not in your captions. It's not in your description. It's not in your captions. So I don't know why it's coming up when I search that hashtag. Lots of things are coming up when I search that hashtag. So no, you didn't do it. Dream Free Media did a great job in a recent video breaking down hashtags. Hey, that's really interesting. Okay, cool. But yeah, he's saying that that's how he found your account, because she never said what your account was on the 9 Hour Live. Because yeah, like people are getting all mixed up because supposedly you were not mentioning her name in your TikToks, but then again, you can search hashtag Laura Matthias and find objection, Your Honor, your account. So therefore, you're not so innocent, right? What? How ridiculous! Absolutely, you never put her name anywhere. How those two idiots spoke about Christina should have got them thrown off YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, I know you did. I went out of my way to never say her name. I know. Anyway.
Instances where things happen. And that was a big restaurant. It didn't look like a small little place. She could have been anywhere in that spot so far away from you, or she could have maybe stumbled across you and said, oh shit, I better go the other way. But that's not what she did. And unbeknownst to her, you had a male friend who was there, who was taking those photos of her and provided them to you.
In Aurora, Colorado. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So thankfully you had people, the good people on your side, because good people don't do this. I don't care. Look, and here's something that I'll put out there in the chat, and Ed and I say this all the time. If you support this type of behavior, I'm not for you and you're not for me. The internet is a big place. There's millions of creators that you can go and engage in their toxic communities. Have at it. Go there. I know.
Well, I mean, I found you, Duty Ron, so, but I'm not going to engage in your toxic community. That's fine.
This, I can speak for you as well, Lauren. If you want toxic behavior and you want this negative stuff, you're not going to find it at HTC. You're not going to find it here on Crime Time with Duty Ron and Ed Wallace. And at the end of the day, the people who you thought were your friends, Lauren, like a lot of these news outlets, why aren't they knocking on your door and giving?
Well, that's a good question. The people who you thought were your friends, these news outlets, why aren't they knocking on your door? The people who you thought were your friends, right? Okay, well, maybe it's because you've been talking shit about them for years, Lauren. Maybe this is actually a symptom of how this has all begun. This is curious. Let's keep going. I wish I might just go back a little. Let's listen to this bit again.
Crime Time with Duty Ron and Ed Wallace. And at the end of the day, the people who you thought were your friends, Lauren, like a lot of these news outlets, why aren't they knocking on your door and giving you their platform to talk about this? Why? Because you find out through trial and error when times get tough who really are your friend and who is really going to stick by your side.
Okay, so look, that's really interesting because now we're a few months out from this. So who has stuck by Lauren's side? Because even Judy Ron and Ed Wallace, they've gone kind of quiet, right? I did see someone in chat earlier say that somewhat recently they may have hearted a comment or something supporting Lauren still, but they've been pretty quiet. Like they haven't said anything really, have they? So I'm going to discount them. I'm going to discount them. They've gone quiet as far as I'm concerned. So who has stuck by them? Stuck by HTC. Let's go. We got Trisha. No one gives a shit about Trisha. No one cares about Trisha. We got Megan. Megan's an idiot. Like that woman's a fool. Right? So we got Trisha. We got Megan. We got some dude called Joe that no one cares about. Who else? Guys, help me out. Who else? I'm running out. Who else sticks by this chick? No, I'm lost, guys. Radio Free Moment. He's like, screw you! Screw you! She's our friend. Screw you. Screw you, Blue Flower Bar. Crazy person in chat. Screw you. We're not going to cancel her. Not sure if we'll see her on Radio Free Moment again. But yeah, he said screw you. Maybe. John Delan, waiting to see what he does. But just between you and me, I don't think we're going to see her on Mormon Stories again anytime soon. That's just my guess. I'm guessing. I can't speak for him. I don't know him at all. I don't know you. I only had your phone number in my phone because I needed eyelash extensions. I don't know him, but I don't think so. Who else? I think that might be about it. Who's Suzanne? Oh, Susan. Okay, also, Susan. I think Susan probably is going to cut her loose. I don't think Susan said anything in the last month or two since the body cams have come out, because I only am talking about people who still support her since the body cams have come out. And that's December, right? Early December, because that's when the real stuff really, like that's when the shit hit the fan. Yeah. So friends, people supporting Lauren and John since the shit really hit the fan. I don't think Susan Hendricks is going to stick by her. I think Susan Hendricks is going to, So, I don't know. Why would Bobby Joe want anything to do with her? I reckon Bobby Joe's in trouble. I reckon Bobby Joe's facing some discipline. So why would she want? And what's she got to offer Bobby Joe now? Nothing. Banfield? I don't think she's friends with Banfield. Jerry Vallow. Sorry, mate. How are you, Crasher? Vinny? I reckon Vinny's not having anything to do with her since like the comment section went berserk on her. Last time he had her on, so no, I don't think there's going to be anything to do with her. I mean, by the way, I don't know if she said anything about Ashley Banfield, but I doubt that they're friends. No idea, but I doubt. Just based on her prior form with bashing other journalists, especially female ones, I can't imagine that there'd be any love lost between them. Gray Hughes, I'm sure, maybe Gray Hughes still likes her. Maybe. That's a good one. Yes. Darley's still Team Lauren. So this is interesting. So he's asking her to evaluate why these news outlets who she thought were her friends aren't asking her to step up or stepping up to support her and put her story on their platform. And this was only 5 or 4 days after the 9 Hour Live. Months have passed now and none have stepped up. And I think even less likely now, right? Less likely now. So yeah, it goes to show you who your real friends are, doesn't it? Well, it goes to show that they probably already knew what kind of friend that Lauren was back then. And I reckon that when she did the 9 Hour Live, a lot of those people were sitting there going, oh, well, we knew this meltdown was going to come sometime. Yeah, well, there we go. The self-implosion. There it goes. We'll just wait in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. It's a shame she's ruined few people's lives in the meltdown. I'm just going to get a couple of chats here. I've missed quite a few whilst I've been blowing on. Christina says it's messed up though because they have a bigger platform in this TC world than me. Look, there are a lot of people who could have stepped up and shown what has happened and haven't yet. Lindsay says, Christina, did you catch the part where they mentioned chat was getting vile and then they brought up that if she filed false police reports, she'd be in trouble and that hadn't happened yet? Yeah. Well, she has no friends. That's why we're all unsubbed from Judy Ron. Well, I never was subbed. Isn't it funny? It's just, I was never subbed to this guy. I only subbed to Hidden True Crime around, actually, it's funny how I subscribed to Hidden True Crime in order to ask questions around the Delphi trial. I was never like a follower of theirs because they make it so you have to subscribe, right? Like kind of like I have subscribers only mode on right now. And so I subscribed so I could try and like ask them questions. And like that was a regret. But yeah, because as if they were ever going to respond. But yeah, I've never believed in this channel. I was never a fan. And yeah, I'm not subscribed to Judy Ron. Trisha has stuck by her, but Trisha's cornbread ain't done in the middle. No, it's not. It's not. Now, what's this about John DeLynn? Depends what you mean by support. John DeLynn still has comments highlighted. What do you mean comments highlighted? It's wild to me. Oh, sorry, no, we've read that one. Ron slipped and said creators wanted her head on a platter. Lauren later on this live, she said, if people wanted my head on a platter, I bet Grey Bay sent the recorded call from Gigi for them to hear. Imagine that. Imagine that. Yeah. All right. We'll play just a little bit more. I'll look out for your comments.
But again, I wanted to circle back because we're at the 45-minute mark. I didn't want to make this more than an hour. There was a case that Ed and I covered in 2022. It was a podcaster and his wife who had a similar situation where they got orders of protection. They were being stalked. Now, I don't want to cause more, trauma to you, but we covered this, Lauren, and I think it's important. I'm only going to play just a little bit of it. It's a different set of circumstances because it's a female with a male stalker, but she went through the steps of making reports, but they didn't make the step. The fatal error was not shoring up their security. They didn't have cameras at their home. They didn't take the steps that you need to take when you get in positions like this. So I want to play this for our listening audience. This is the extreme. This is a real, this is a really bad result. But I think it's important that people hear this because this is what can unfortunately happen when people engage in this behavior, because actions have, your actions have consequences, and that things bad can happen. This can go bad. So here's a quick example of what can happen and what could go bad as it pertains to stalking. So take a listen, folks.
What's this going to be? Oh God.
Light on the slaying of a 33-year-old podcast host and her husband, murdered in their Seattle area home, police say, by her alleged stalker. Redmond police say Zora Sadeghi and her husband, Mohammed Milad Nasseri.
Shit! Oh my God. Way to sensationalize, folks.
Were shot and killed Friday by this man, Raman Hoda Karamazai, before taking his own.
Hey, Christina, I see the resemblance. Kidding. I'm sorry.
Life.
The Redmond Police Department is familiar with both the victim and suspect in this case because of an active stalking investigation that was occurring.
Only a week before the murder, the couple desperately filing for an order of protection against the man they claimed was harassing Sadeghi to the point that she was, quote, suffering from a deep-seated fear for her safety. Police say the man initially reached out to Sadeghi on a chat platform as a listener and fan of her audio streaming, but his actions soon intensified. She said he delivered.
Did he send eyeball emojis? My God. Look, I don't mean to make light of this situation at all. Like, should I just fast forward it? This is so stupid. I'm going to fast forward it.
The burn himself and the tree. And police say they were.
I'm sorry. I wanted to, to give you that disclaimer before I play that, but this is the extreme, and I played that because as law enforcement professionals, we see this. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that, God forbid, you don't wish this on your worst enemy, but this is what solidifies and validates your fear because you have no experience with this. At least not known to me in your adult.
No, she doesn't have any experience with it. She doesn't. No, she doesn't. I should sue these two assholes too. Yep. This is fucking stupid. It's absolutely. Oh, no, I'm getting really mad now. Nah, this is pissing me off. Hello, what you didn't play was how the person was at their home constantly with threats of violence. Look, I get it, right? I get it. it was a really nasty situation. The people got killed. I get it. It was completely different to the Christina situation, and it was extremely inappropriate for them to show it in this context. I don't want to be seen to be making fun of them, those people. I feel icky for playing it on this stream. It's completely different. It's wrong. They are sick for putting that there, and I am not going to give it my time. We all know that it's fucking stupid. It's wrong. Yeah, people said I was going to get mad, and I'm fucking mad about that. I'm really mad about that. Yeah. This isn't Lauren's story. Her story is that she needs meds. Yeah, it's a disgusting comparison. It's so different. It's not even in the realm. Yep. These two are infuriating. It's also disrespectful to that couple. It is disrespectful to that couple. Again, why I don't want to see it. It's disrespectful to that couple and their family that they are being put in the same category as Lauren, who is upset about some goddamn TikToks. Yeah. They should not be mentioned in the same breath as this freaking drama queen. Yes. Thank you, hello. I respect your decision. Yeah. Yeah. That just made me feel shit to be playing it. I was just like, no. No. I draw the line. I draw the line. Hey, Violet Hour. Hello, you're awesome. Aw. Please check out the latest HTC disaster in which Gossip John does a pseudo-analysis of the writers who he has never interviewed. He's done about 5 streams now of this, where he just makes up some crap about the writers. Just makes up some crap. Like, he's like the Dr. G of friggin' psychology. And by the way, if you haven't noticed, I don't like Dr. G. That's the body language guy. I don't like him. He's an idiot. But hey, if you do, whatever. But yeah, you're not my favorite. But yeah, at least Dr. G always says at the beginning, I think, of his videos that this is just for entertainment purposes. It's not real. John is a Princeton psychologist. Thank you for the $9.99. Just make shit up. They're talking about themselves when they go down the Rhino path. Yeah. Yeah, Dr. G's the guy he's also some sort of doctor, psychologist dude, and he does body language analysis on people that, again, he's never seen, and he has like 2 minutes of video on them, and he'll say, they're guilty. They're a narcissist. They have daddy issues. They're flirting with their lawyer. That kind of stuff. He's like, Dr. Phil is useless too. Yeah. That kind of stuff. You think Dr. G's an idiot also? He is. Yeah, he is. He's so cringy. He is the worst. Yeah. I have gotten into some arguments with him about him. Yeah. He may have you know Zachariah Anderson, the guy who I always put up the free Zachariah Anderson name at the end of the streams. He may have said that he was flirting with his lawyer during his criminal trial, which is fucking ridiculous. He was fighting for his life. Yeah. Anyway, all sorts of stuff. He's not a practicing psychologist. I'm not surprised he doesn't need to be if making enough money. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I am going to leave it at that for today. We have a lot more of this to cover, and I've got other stuff coming up too. Not that Dr. G, different Dr. G. Dr. G, that's on YouTube doing body language analysis. I know there's 2 Dr. Gs, not the lady one, not the she. Yeah. Different Dr. G. Yeah. So yeah, there's a body language one. Who's an idiot? Once again, thank you. Difficult research. Binder Mindy. Is Binder Mindy been in chat today? She was here yesterday. I love Binder Mindy. Binder Mindy, like, if she wants to come on and be my new executive producer, no problem. Because Dali is demoted to ex-contractor. Any day. Binder Mindy. Mamindy. The woman, Dr. G, is a pathologist. Yeah, I don't know much about her. Apparently she's good. Yeah. No. Member for 25 months. Fair enough, but you're still an ex-contractor. Darling. Yeah, I still hate you. But thank you for being a member for 25 months. Poor Dali. I love Mindy so much. She's so smart and sweet and down to earth. She is very nice. Thanks, Mods and Dali, the ex-contractor. I'll finish reading this. Oh, no, not that. I'll come back to that. The other one. No, not that one. This one. Chuck Ennis's granddaughter. Vitamin D, Gigi, Jay, Hella, Dali, Jules, Jot, Jolene, PWR, Dreamfeed Media, ATS News, the one girl, Melly, I don't know who that is, Laurie Hellis, the Classy Ladies Group of 8. Well, that's very nice. I'll have to look up the Melly lady. I don't know who she is. But yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Very nice. Hey, Jackie, $7.99. Hey, sweets. Thank you for your coverage of this and helping Christina's voice heard. Yes, Christina and all the peoples. I have so much stuff coming into my inbox at the moment. There's so much interesting things. Guys, stay tuned. And yeah, members, keep your eye out as well. I'm working on, like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, there's some things I'm going to be keeping on the down low a little bit. So for some things just for members and some things out in the open, I'm trying to work out where to put which. But yeah, there's more things coming out. There's more things coming out really soon. So yeah, I might be taking a day off, like maybe not tomorrow, but maybe the day after. I might be taking like 1 or 2 days off actually to make the content to release in different places. So yeah, I know I'm being very sort of coy about that, but I kind of have to be because the things are arriving and I have to do my little works and then scatter the things. So yeah. Sounds interesting. It is interesting. I just wish I could tell you more, but I can't right now. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Christine. Thanks for hanging out for a bit. I'll talk to you later. Later. Yeah. How dare you do the things? How dare I? Because I must. You know I must do these things to you. You know. Thank you guys for hanging out. And it's time for the song. It's time for the song.
Her name was Helen. She was an Aussie. She was a fake lawyer from the future. She got on YouTube and made some live streams. The co-host is Dolly and she dances sometimes. The words are always so loud and because she's an 803.